And we can spend a little more time.
Yes.
And personally, I enjoy this. We lose weight. You know? No, you lose weight. We could do this, lose 4 or 5 pounds. It's okay with me.
Kamala Harris is.
But some people have been waiting here for 2 days for this. So, you know, it's a little bit tough. It's a little bit tough, but they're going to try and get those doors open.
Yes.
And I don't know whose building this is, but if they had air conditioning, do you see any air conditioning?
They probably can't afford it, sir, in this economy.
That's right. They don't want to give us air conditioning. It's too expensive. It costs too much. Anyway, but they're both okay.
Yes.
They're both in good shape.
And that's wonderful.
Would anybody else like to faint? Please raise your hand.
Let's do it now.
Please raise your hand.
I think after the way he talked about not giving a damn about MAGA supporters passing out in the Nevada heat a couple of months ago, MAGA will take a broken air conditioner this time around.
By the way, isn't that breeze nice? Do you feel the breeze? Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care. See, now the press will take that and they'll say he said a horrible thing.
No matter the situation or what they're personally going through, he makes sure to let his followers know that only he matters.
Behind us over here to the left.
Come on up here. Come on.
They lost their son, Michael.
Come on up.
Come on up here.
It's a little harder to get up since I got shot. They've made it more difficult. Perhaps that's the way it's supposed to be.
Sir, they lost their son, Michael.
Even Kristi Noem was like, now, I'll kill some dogs, Donald, but, sir, let's act like we give a damn about these folks that lost their son. Maybe it's just what they've come to expect from the former president that's used to his supporters representing him instead of the other way around. But still, the Harris-Walz campaign is pouncing on Trump's latest string of eye-opening behavior.
Over the weekend, Kamala Harris made it very clear on this. She's ready. She has been making this clear for a long time. She's ready to be commander-in-chief, and she released her medical records. Straight, clean bill of health. Physical, mental stamina to do the job. Now, I think you all know where I'm going with this, don't you? We're all wondering. Donald Trump said that he would release his numbers. He would release his medical records. Look, he says now, I think he forgot to do it. He's been forgetting things. We'll give him a break on this. But Kamala Harris is right on this. Watch his rallies. He's confused. He's a nearly 80-year-old man. He's ranting and rambling until people get bored and leave his rallies. That's happening.
It is true that Trump won't release medical records and that he meanders through the same hateful and authoritarian language at his rallies. But I don't really think that the Harris campaign needs to glom onto a cognitive decline narrative the way that Trump did against Biden.
I'll tell you, if everything works out, if everybody gets out and votes on January 5th or before, you know.
But I guess since he keeps illustrating just how confused and angry he is, it's kind of hard to avoid it. Because now he's getting his favorite day, January 6th, mixed up with what could be his worst day, November 5th. There's just about zero awareness about how bad he keeps making himself look. How can Harris not pay attention to his issues when he posts things like this at 1:12 a.m.? I believe it is very important that Kamala Harris pass a test on cognitive stamina and agility. Her actions have led many to believe that there could be something very wrong with her. Even 60 Minutes and CBS, in order to protect lying Kamala, illegally and unscrupulously replaced an answer she had given, which was totally bonkers, with another answer that had nothing to do with the question asked. Also, she is slow and lethargic in answering even the easiest of questions. We just went through almost 4 years of that. We shouldn't have to do it again. Come on, man. How are they supposed to ignore his issues when he posts shit like that only brings attention back to his public displays of cognitive decline?
Let's fast forward to right now. His staff won't let him do a 60 Minutes interview. Every president for the last half century has done one, anyone who's running for president. Everyone has done it, except Donald Trump. He will not debate me again. I put out my medical records. He won't put out his medical records. And you have to ask, why is his staff doing that? And it may be because they think he's just not ready and unfit and unstable and should not have that level of transparency for the American people. There's a real choice in this election.
Why do you think Donald Trump won't debate her again?
Well, you saw the first debate, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Got his ass kicked. And so he's afraid that that's going to happen again. And rather, he's spreading this fog of misinformation and disinformation and gaslighting rather than face her again so we can
and he's
see the split screen.
So while they're calling him out all over the place, the former president thinks that posting from the bunker of his personal social media safe space is somehow a sign of power. He responded on Truth Social. Lying Kamala Harris has wisely chosen Bret Baier of Fox News to do a much-needed interview because he's considered to be fair and balanced, though often very soft to those on the cocktail circuit left. I would have preferred seeing a more hard-hitting journalist, but Fox has grown so weak and soft on the Democrats, constantly polluting the airwaves with unopposed Kamala representatives, that it all doesn't matter anymore. Hopefully, the people will understand on November 5th and early voting. Make America great again. He's not happy with Bret Baier for exposing the fact that Trump ran from a Fox News debate with Harris after pushing the lie for a week that she turned it down.
The latest is I actually believe, this is me talking, that the Harris campaign would do a Fox debate. It's the former president has come to the conclusion that there really shouldn't be another debate. Now, his reasoning, don't know. I always thought that it would be like a bug zapper in the backyard for the former president, and that he couldn't get away from the light of 70 million viewers, and that he would have to eventually, just knowing him, do it if it was on Fox and something he could agree to. I'm getting the sense from him in the campaign that that they are moving past it, and they really the holdup is not the Harris campaign and Fox. It is the former president.
He can't keep lying without correction if he keeps burning the bridges to the last few islands of political assistance that he's got left. It really does seem like he just Googles himself to discover who's talking bad about him so that he can respond to his echo chamber on Truth Social. This is a guy that wants to be the president again. So imagine how emotional he must get when powerful people disagree with him. He lit another match to his relationship with Fox News over them having Harris advisor Ian Sams on, who must have really spoken some tough truths to Neil Cavuto. How much time does Ian Sams, senior advisor to Lion Kamala Harris, spend on Fox News? He's now on Cavuto, Fox's lowest rated show by far, and spent much of the weekend hitting Trump, totally unopposed before two real beauties, Eric Shawn and Arthur Neville, not exactly the next Walter Cronkite of the broadcasting world. Sams is just a below-average guy with memorized fake news sound bites, almost all of which are wrong, but coupled with all the other Harris radical left Democrat mouthpieces that Fox puts on, Richard Fowler, Patrick Murphy, Something Wolf, Jessica Tarloff, it has a very negative effect on the election. Think of it. I spend an hour with the wonderful Maria Bartiromo, do a beautiful job, and then am followed up all day by one-sided negative Democrats, including Ian Sams, who virtually owns the network. It's not worthwhile doing interviews on Fox because it all just averages out to nothing. Fox News has totally lost its way.
We enjoy coming on your air, and the vice president's looking forward to her interview with Bret tomorrow night. It's actually kind of a stark reminder that we're not really seeing Donald Trump do very many interviews. It's been about a month now since he did a mainstream media interview, and we got to wonder why. We called this weekend for him to release his medical records. The vice president released her medical report from her doctor, Donald Trump's team. I heard him on your air last hour insisting that everything is okay and that there's nothing to see here. And your anchor rightly asked, well, if that's true, why not just put him out? And so I think that you're going to get to hear from the vice president tomorrow night about her vision for the country and what she's looking forward to presenting to Fox News viewers, including, for example, her proposal to make sure that seniors in-home care is covered under Medicare, a very important proposal to help people bring down the costs for seniors as well as their kids who might be taking care of an aging parent. And so these are the kind of ideas that she's talking about and looking forward to talking and answering, tough questions on Fox News about.